So this video is to give you some of my top tips working with text in Illustrator. And the first top tip is trying to create a headline or a large header for, say, a magazine article. And knowing that you want it a certain size, you want it to cover a certain amount of space, but you've got a text box, you've drawn your text box and typed it in, well, you might go into it and try and fiddle with the size. So you might go into your text and fiddle with the size here, but that's pretty hit and miss. Likewise, you might take the text frame and you could look at your character and change the size here. Again, it's a bit hit and miss. Depending on the font, the size that you require is going to change. There is no one rule. One of the most obvious ways to do it, and very quickly, brutally, is if I make the frame fit the text here. When you're working with text, you'll always get fit frame to content appearing up here. And then if I move into the transform tool, the free transform tool, holding shift will allow me to match the size. So that's one way to do it. But there may be reasons why that might not work. So I just want to show you another way, particularly if you've got a crowded environment and you've got a lot of stuff going on and it might be difficult to grab things. If you've made your text frame the size that you want it to be, typed your text inside it, then you can use your keyboard to help you adjust the size of the text inside. So this works by either selecting the text itself, but I prefer to select the whole frame. When I hold down Command, and then I also add in this symbol here, which is greater than, it's just above the full stop, and I'm tapping it, you can see the text is getting bigger, but actually so is the frame. So that's not quite what I want. What I want to do is to add in Shift. Now that will hold the frame to the margins, or to my particular size of frame, and it's quite slow. So if I add in Alt and then use greater than, you'll see it jumps. So basically what's happening is when I'm holding Command and Shift and I'm using greater than, it's moving up by 2 points based on the font. And when I add Alt, it jumps by 10. So you can get something near enough and then make minor adjustments by removing Alt. And then of course I'm going to fit the frame to the text, and there's my headline.